Ladies and gentlemen, you know what? Stuff the introduction today. I'm not in the mood. I don't know what is going on here. A proper witch hunt is taking place at the moment. Whatever happened to Manchester City's 100 plus or 150 plus charges, proper charges, whatever happened to them? All of a sudden, everyone is after Chelsea Football Club. I mean, what have I woken up to? All I can see is points deduction, some illegal ways of using funds to pay off Chelsea's expenses. Then I see some leaked information, all during Roman Abramovich's time. I don't know why. Why is the club in such a problem, disrepute at the moment with the new owners? I mean, if anything, it was, I think, the last um, international break when the owners, we saw the news that the owners actually owned up. They found all these abnormalities in the accounting, transactions in their books, and they've actually come out and presented to the Premier League that, look, before these become an issue, would like to present all of this to the Premier League so that we can stay clean. Look, all I'm going to say is that before we get into all of the news, the Premier League, if you investigate every single football club in this Premier League, I'll tell you straight up, you will not find a single clean club. At this level, tax evasion is not a new phenomenon. Tax evasion is absolutely not a new phenomenon. Biggest business people, how do they get away with paying $1 or minimal taxations when they're earning billions? How do they get away with that kind of stuff? You're telling me all of these Premier League clubs, 1 to 20, everyone is abiding by the financial fair play? If you absolutely do a forensic style accounting investigation on each and every one of these clubs, you will find something. You will find some cheeky payments under the table to agents. You will find cheeky payments under the table to certain players, bonus payments. You will find a whole heap of other nonsense. Why are you targeting just Chelsea? If you're going to do this broad wide. Do this, the entire league wide. Why is it just, and on top of that, Manchester City, 150 plus or whatever the charges, what happened to that? Those were more sinister, creating fake sponsorships. Companies that are not even there, they're showing it in their accounting books that money is coming from a source, they've sponsored us. And when you dig deep and you do the research, that company doesn't even exist. And there's many more. How are they getting away with it? As I said, at this level, every single one of these owners, these American owners, whether it be for Arsenal, whether it be for Liverpool, us as well. Well, we're trying to stay as clean as possible under the new ownership. Do you know what? Now that I'm thinking, I think the new owners did the right thing by getting rid of everyone who was there in the club previously. I'm not surprised by all of this. What I'm getting upset is these things happen. Some of the things that I'm going to start showing you very soon, these things happened a while back. I'm talking about maybe 10, 12, 13 years ago. Why are we talking about points deduction now? What happened to, a particular time limitation? Yeah, if this happened like maybe 2, 3, 4 seasons ago, okay, you want to impose points deduction. Something that happened in the previous ownership, and even in that previous ownership, it was a long time back. Why are the new owners getting hurt now? On top of that, the new owners are actually coming out and being upfront about it. They're not hiding anything. The new owners have gone through the books. Obviously, when they bought Chelsea Football Club from Roman Abramovich, they must have done a forensic investigation into a whole heap of, where are the money moving? Where's the money moving? Who paid for this expense? Where did this revenue come from? They must have done all sorts of investigation, and they realize that these things will eventually get caught. So they're coming out and being clean about it. Why is the new owners getting hurt by coming up and being clean about this? The points deduction in the last international break, when we talked about it, I brushed it off. I was like, no, come on, man, this is ridiculous. It's looking probable. There's a lot of people, a lot of pundits, a lot of experts out there saying that this is actually quite probable, that something like a points deduction could happen to Chelsea. Maybe not this season. It may end up being settling next season, but it is quite probable. And it's absolutely annoying me. Why is it our football club getting targeted? Why aren't other football clubs getting investigated in that manner? Every single football club, I'll tell you right now, every single football club is doing some sort of fancy accounting. I'm not going to sit here at this level where millions and billions are getting transacted. I'm not going to sit here and think that it's all clean. No way, Jose. No way, Jose. All right, let's have a look at some of these news, ladies and gentlemen. We'll start things off with what happened earlier today. Exclusive. Former Chelsea owner Roman Abramovich used offshore vehicles to fund tens of millions in football-related expenses that ought to have been paid for by the club. Leaked files suggest. Experts say Chelsea could face points deduction. So what they're trying to say here is we've essentially, I think what they're saying is we've sold, I think, offshore vehicles. I don't know whether it's exotic vehicles or whatnot. Must be expensive vehicles, which obviously then generated income. And with that income, we paid off some football-related expenses that Chelsea should be paying as a club. So obviously that money that we acquired, well, that Roman Abramovich acquired by selling a car or selling a vehicle, you can't be doing that. Where's the source of that money coming to Chelsea Football Club in order to pay Chelsea Football Club's expenses? So I get it; it's illegal. I fully understand it, but I think this. I don't know exactly when this particular situation took place, but it must have been a long time back. Many of the documents known as Cyprus Confidential have records of transactions which the current Chelsea ownership have no knowledge of currently. Naturally, there are concerns that more might emerge. This Telegraph, coming from the Telegraph. And this is why our owners are coming out and being truthful about it and just trying to, preempt these situations before someone else finds it and we've not reported it. When you know something, you should report it, and this is what our owners are doing. When you know something and you don't report it and you get caught, I think you're going to get done even more. So this is Chelsea's statement coming up. These allegations predate the club's current ownership. They are based on documents which the club has not been shown and do not relate to any individual who is presently at the club. And as I said, I think this is one of the big reasons why as soon as the new owners came in, they just got rid of everyone, and probably the right thing to do as well. Didn't want to have anyone from the previous regime, because if they still stuck around, I think we would have been in more trouble. Those individuals would have been in a lot of scrutiny right now. So, for instance, Marina would know exactly what was going on in some of these transactions. But yeah, like, this is starting to look scary to me. It is starting to, how when a couple of seasons back, when we had the sanctions and the new ownership taking over and all of those sanctions that was imposed on Roman as well, you could tell that this is going to turn out to be ugly. And before we knew it, Roman Abramovich was forced to sell the football club. So I don't like how this story is now slowly going. As I said, last international break, I kind of brushed it off. I thought, no, surely no. But I think now it's starting to get a little bit more serious. And with Everton as well, I don't know if you guys saw the news. Everton's 100% facing points deduction. They're going to get relegated because they didn't comply with financial fair play. And that news actually happened 2 seasons back, not even last season. This whole Everton financial fair play issue was actually 2 seasons back. So, now we are seeing the final result of it. They're going to get points deducted because they didn't comply. We will probably get some points deduction. Maybe not this season, as I said. Maybe even not next season. But eventually enough, somewhere along the way, I think we are going to get some points deduction, and it's absolutely infuriating me. Check this out. Chelsea face fresh questions over how Abramovich funded the club after leaked files revealed a string of secret payments that may have breached rules. The FA confirmed they are investigating, and sanctions include points deduction. Coming from Guardian, this is no joke. This is absolutely no joke. Check this out. Sanctions can include a points deduction, but can also include other sanctions such as a fine. It could be either or end up being neither. Does sound pretty severe though. So coming from CFC Daily, yeah, like I hope it's just a fine. And I think so far our owners have come in not that long ago. They paid a fine as well from a different matter, another different matter to this. As I recall, they might have paid a fine so before it becomes a bit of an issue. But now more and more things are coming out as on. I don't know how much we can just keep paying a fine. I think sooner or later, I personally think there's probably going to be points deduction, and it's not. I feel like, man, do this investigation on every single club, and I'm telling you, everyone will be in trouble. Hazard's agent reportedly wanted a sizable commission worth about $6 million in March 2013. A company owned by Abramovich agreed to pay $7 million to a Dubai-based company related to sport. Unclear if declared to FA. As I said, check every single one of these clubs and their dealings with the transfers and the agent fees. I'm telling you, you're not going to find a single clean club. You just won't. Not at this level, not at the level of millions and millions, and to stay within the financial fair play rules and regulation. You just won't. If you look at the financial fair play rules and regulation, it's what you earn minus your expenses and whatever you've left with. I need to really harp on about this so people really understands this. Financial fair play. It's not easy to actually be within the rules and regulations and still do the purchases that some of these football clubs are doing. Even like your West Hams, your Crystal Palaces, like these are not Mickey Mouse clubs. They're buying players worth in the 30 millions, the 40 millions, 45 millions. They're spending money. And the way it works is whatever you generate, your revenue, right? All throughout your match day collections, merchandise, sponsorships, through media, TV rights, this, that, the other. All the revenues minus all the expenses, wages of players, wages of all the stuff that's involved, and any other expenses that helps to run the football club, of course. And then whatever is left behind, your net profit, based on that is how you get to spend, basically. Do you know what I mean? So when you're spending mega bucks buying all of these players, you're telling me like all of these agent fees that we don't hear about, all we hear about is the transfer fee was, let's say, for instance, 40 million. But out of that 40 million, and not even out of that 40 million, outside of that 40 million, we don't know how much we're paying these agent fees. I think recently I saw a report, I don't know where, I think Chelsea or whoever, or Manchester City, we are one of the top clubs in regards to paying the most agent fees, or it might have been other clubs, but bottom line, these clubs are paying a lot of money in agent fees, in the millions, hundreds of millions, right? Because you're dealing with so many different players coming in, going out, this, that, the other. Beneficiaries appear to include the agent Eden Hazard, an associate of Antonio Conte, Chelsea FC officials. Other payments appear to have been connected to purchase of the players Willian and Samuel Eto'o. Look at this. This is just coming off the back of this particular news here. Do you know what I mean? Like, Chelsea face fresh questions over how Abramovich funded the club after leaked files reveal strings of secret payments that might be. So look at all these secret payments. Like, this is what happens. We think that, oh, this manager is only earning X amount of money. No, there are other secret payments that I've just talked about earlier in this video. Look at all these secret payments. The Chelsea is not the only one that's doing this. This is what I'm trying to say. They're not the only, like, you're a fool to believe Chelsea the only club that does this. Every single club is doing this. Every single club. Files also suggest that Abramovich secretly bankrolled efforts to overturn the FFP rules through the courts, ultimately unsuccessfully. I don't understand this. Like, if it went to the court, how the FA don't know about this? Like, when did this even happen? How come all of this stuff is only being talked about now? And this is something That was off the back of this particular tweet. Hazard's agent reportedly wanted a sizable commission worth about 6 million in March 2013. So there you go. And then off the back of that, files also suggest that Abramovich secretly bankrolled efforts to overturn the FFP rules. So look, it's a total mess, and I hate the fact that Chelsea's the only club that's getting scrutinized in this manner at the moment. Look, I'm not trying to justify anything. What we've done is obviously outside of the rules. I'm not trying to justify anything here. But what I'm upset is, why is Chelsea the only one that's getting looked at? Every single club should be looked at this closely in a forensic manner. I'm telling you, they're all culpable. They're all culpable at this level, where there's millions and millions and millions, to a certain degree, billions. They're all culpable. And as I keep repeating, Manchester City, what happened to their charges? 150 plus charges. What's going to happen to that? That's even more sinister. It's just mad. I'm pretty sure we're probably going to get points deducted. As I said, maybe not this season, but we're eventually going to get points deduction. And it's absolutely sad, because it's going to impact one of these seasons down the track, and it's absolutely sad. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts about everything we spoke about in the comment section. We'll definitely try and do a live stream. Obviously, international breaks. Yeah, the mood is very, very, somber, I suppose. There's nothing going on, but we'll try and do a live stream very, very soon. Until next time, everyone, take care. See ya.